Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into an episode that really set things off, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 9, Episode 7, specifically that ending. Wow.
Yeah, that ending.
So we've got this great analysis we're looking at, and it helps explain why it felt like such a big deal, why it, took things up a notch and left fans with so many questions.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission here is pretty simple. Get you quickly caught up on what happened, those key moments leading to the big finish, and what it all means for the Sistas.
Right.
We've got a solid roadmap here from this analysis. It cuts through the noise.
Good.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's get right into the drama.
It's always fascinating how one single episode ending can just completely shift the ground in a show like this.
Right.
It's not just about, here's the next plot point. It really changes the dynamics, the relationships, things viewers get really invested in.
Yeah, deeply invested.
And when an episode works as a real pivot point, like this one clearly did, according to the analysis, it's not just new info. It redraws the map for the whole show.
Redraws the map. I like that.
And especially for where each of the sisters is headed. It's more than just plot. It's like a narrative earthquake.
Absolutely, a narrative earthquake. And you could feel the tremors building all through Season 9, couldn't you?
Definitely.
We'd already seen, heartbreaks, those reunions you don't expect, big reveals changing the game.
Yeah, it's at a high bar.
So the season was already dramatic, but Episode 7 still managed to, hit differently. How does that happen? How do writers pull off that kind of shift, making this episode the one that completely changes the dynamics?
Well, that's really where the skill comes in, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just throwing drama at the wall.
Right.
This episode feels very strategic. It acts as that pivot point we mentioned. It takes all those things, simmering the heartbreaks, the secrets you talked about, and deliberately forces them to boil over. And then at the same time, boom, it drops in new problems, new storylines that feel instantly important.
Oh, okay.
It's a conscious choice structurally. It's meant to push the season towards its climax faster, setting up stuff that is going to have big consequences down the line. Creates that feeling of no turning back.
No turning back, exactly. And to really get why that ending felt so collective, so impactful for the group, we kind of need to look at the pressure points for each sista leading up to it.
Mm-hmm. Individual journeys feeding the big moment.
Yeah, and this analysis gives us a great way to see those critical moments, each one sort of tightening the screws before the big cliffhanger.
Okay.
Let's start with Andi. Her path to that ending involved this huge decision, something that could change everything for her.
Right. Andi's always got a lot going on.
Totally. After all the, chaos in her love life, as the analysis puts it, she hits this crucial moment that could affect her career and relationship forever. What makes her decision feel so heavy, considering everything she's been through?
Well, the weight for Andi comes from that mix, doesn't it? It's not just personal. It bleeds into her professional life, too.
Yeah, that link.
And that's intense. It really mirrors how life works for a lot of people, that entanglement. When you face that kind of personal, professional crossroads, it forces you to really look at your values, your priorities. The choice isn't just about what feels good now. It's about defining who you're going to be. So yeah, it makes her decision feel incredibly significant for her whole future on the show.
Okay, then we've got Karen. Her complicated feelings about Zach were really front and center.
Karen and Zach. The saga continues.
Right. And the episode hints strongly her storyline is far from over. Given their history, complicated feels like maybe the understatement of the season.
Yeah, possibly.
What's the significance of dragging out this emotional struggle for Karen? What does it do for her character?
Karen and Zach, that's been such a core emotional thread for the show, hasn't it? It's that classic will they, won't they that people connect with because, unresolved feelings are relatable. So focusing on her complicated feelings isn't just plot mechanics. It digs into that psychological weight of past choices, how they just stick around.
Yeah, they linger.
Exactly. And that internal conflict, that's prime territory for character growth or, for getting stuck. It makes her path forward really complex and could honestly define her whole season.
Makes sense. Okay, next up, Danny. She finally gets this big moment. The analysis points out Danny finally stands up for herself in a powerful way that fans have been waiting for.
Yes, a cathartic moment.
Huge, especially when it's something the audience has been rooting for. How does a confrontation like that change her role within the group, do you think?
Well, when a character finds that strength, especially after maybe holding back or fans wanting it for them. It's a massive payoff dramatically.
Right.
It shows a real shift in her agency, her asserting herself. And that kind of moment, it doesn't just wrap up one specific issue. It can totally redefine her relationships, her standing in the group. It signals like a new chapter. Maybe Danny's voice, her boundaries, they carry more weight now. And that's definitely going to send ripples through how the sisters interact.
Interesting. Okay, and rounding out the four, Sabrina's dilemma. Her relationship drama takes a surprising turn that nobody saw coming.
Ah, the classic twist.
That phrase, nobody saw coming, always makes your ears perk up,
Yeah.
right? Big twist potential. What's the power of a twist like that? One that really blindsides the audience, especially for someone like Sabrina.
Genuine surprise is gold in storytelling. When you get a turn that truly catches people off guard, it makes everyone watching stop and rethink everything they thought they knew about where that character was heading.
Right, resets expectations.
Exactly. For Sabrina, it could mean revealing hidden layers to her, or showing a relationship in a totally new light, or maybe throwing some completely unexpected challenge her way. That sudden shift. It's designed to keep you glued, questioning assumptions, which actually brings up a good point. How do all these things, Mindy's decision, Karen wrestling with Zach, Danny's big stand, Sabrina's surprise twist, how do these individual threads, all reaching these critical points, weave together to create that final shocking note the analysis talks about?
Ah, the convergence.
Yeah, that interconnectedness has to be key to why the ending hits so hard for the whole group.
Okay, let's get to it then. The moments everyone was talking about, that jaw-dropping ending.
Your main event.
The analysis calls it a shocking note that changes everything for the group. And not just one thing, right? It was like a 1-2 punch. Two massive bombshells back to back.
Ended hard.
First up, what the analysis labels a relationship bombshell. And this one sounds devastating. One of the sisters makes a confession that could destroy friendships.
Oof.
Just think about that. Not just messing up a romance, but potentially tearing apart the sisters' core bond, the friendship itself. That's huge.
It really is. The power there is how it attacks trust, right? It works from the inside out. A confession means someone was holding something back, keeping a secret. And when that comes out, especially if it directly hurts those close friendships, the trust just evaporates.
Instantly.
It points to like an internal betrayal, a hidden truth that could just fracture the whole group dynamic, making everyone question loyalty, their history together. It's deeply personal.
Okay, so hearts are breaking, trust is shattered, and then before you can even process that,
Right on its heels.
comes the second twist. A new threat unveiled. The analysis says the final moments reveal a new problem that could put more than one character in danger.
Danger. So not just emotional fallout, but actual physical peril maybe.
Exactly. An interesting and external problem that spells danger for multiple characters that just ramps up the stakes dramatically.
How so?
Well, it shifts the focus. It's not only about the relationship drama now, it's potentially about safety, about survival. It adds a whole other layer of tension.
Yeah, I see that. And doing both together, the internal betrayal and the external threat, that's a really effective cliffhanger. It plays on two different kinds of fear, you know?
What do you mean?
The personal fear of being betrayed by someone you trust, which breaks your heart, and then that more primal fear of physical danger, which threatens your life.
Wow. Okay.
Mixing those, it leaves you agonized, wondering about loyalty and worrying about safety. It's designed to maximize that what happens next feeling.
Okay, so they definitely achieved that. Which leads us straight to the next big question. What does this mean for episode 8?
The $1,000,000 question.
Our analysis gives some hints, some predictions, and it sounds like things are only going to get more intense.
No brakes on this train.
It anticipates major confrontations, which seems inevitable after that ending,
Yeah.
but also unexpected alliances and maybe even a betrayal that no one saw coming.
Unexpected alliances and betrayal in the same breath.
Yeah. That sounds like pure chaos, especially for a group of friends.
That combination is potent. Alliances suggest people needing to team up against something, maybe that new threat. But betrayal hints the danger might still be coming from inside too.
Okay, let's bring it back to the individuals again. Based on that ending, what might be next for them? The analysis suggests on Corny's next move. Well, it could either make or break her relationship.
Make or break. Very definitive.
Sounds like she's at a real tipping point in her love life. What kind of choices does that imply?
That make or break language, really highlights the weight of her decision, doesn't it? It means there's no middle ground.
Right.
Whatever she chooses next is going to have huge, potentially permanent consequences for her relationship. It's not just another bump in the road, it's a fork in the road. It's great writing for tension, leaves us hanging on her choice.
Okay. Then there's Karen's crossroads. The prediction is she might find herself at a crossroads that forces her to choose between the past and the future.
The past versus future dilemma.
Given Zach, that choice sounds agonizing, really emotionally tough for her.
And that focus on past versus future for Karen, it digs deep thematically. It suggests those old feelings, those unresolved issues with Zach are still really powerful.
Still holding her back, maybe?
Could be. It's not just a practical choice. It's about her internal struggle. Will she move forward? Or will those past ties keep pulling her back? That emotional weight makes her story incredibly compelling.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, the analysis hints at Danny's major twist. It says whatever happens with her could turn the entire season upside down.
Wow. Okay. That's a big statement.
Right, entire season upside down. It suggests her storyline might explode way beyond just her personal win in episode 7.
Yeah, a major twist for Danny that affects the whole season. That implies consequences much bigger than just her confrontation.
Like ripples.
Exactly. Maybe standing up for herself inadvertently kicked open a door to something much larger, much more complicated. And connected back to that overall prediction of betrayal for episode 8, that word feels particularly loaded when you think about this show's focus on friendship, on the Sistas bond. These kinds of plot points, the high-stakes choices, the potential betrayals, the unexpected twists, they're perfectly set up to force complex decisions, trigger big reveals, and really push character development for the rest of the season. Looks like nobody's safe from the fallout.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you watching at home? Well, this deep dive really confirms what fans probably already feel. Tyler Perry. He definitely knows how to keep us glued to the screen, right?
He certainly does. Master of the cliffhanger.
And episode 7 of season 9 is Exhibit A. The analysis says the drama is at an all-time high. And with the season clearly barreling towards its climax now.
Buckle up.
Yeah, the next episodes, they're pretty much guaranteed to be explosive. It's just pretty amazing how one episode, built so carefully with those reveals timed just right, can just reset everything for a show.
It is.
It really makes you appreciate the craft involved in pulling off these kinds of cliffhangers, these moments that grab you and don't let go. Makes you desperate to see what happens next.
Absolutely. And, reflecting on all this, the betrayals, the danger, it does raise an interesting question for you, the listener, to think about.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a tight-knit group like the Sistas, facing these huge pressures, both from the inside, like deep personal betrayals that shatter trust.
Yeah.
And also from the outside, these new threats that seem to put them in real danger.
Yeah.
Which force do you think will end up being more destructive for them?
Internal versus external.
Yeah. The dangers coming from within their own circle or the dangers coming from outside? If you were in their shoes, navigating that mess of loyalty and fear, how would you even begin? It definitely gives us a lot to chew on as we wait for the rest of the season.